The Vanishing Hitchhiker, America's Phantom Passenger. It's a quiet, lonely highway late at night. The road is slick with rain, and your headlights barely cut through the fog. You're driving alone, tired, maybe even a little lost. Then, out of nowhere, you see her, a young woman standing by the roadside. She's pale, drenched, dressed in a white gown, like something from another era. Her thumb is out. She's hitchhiking. You hesitate, but something about her seems harmless. You pull over. She climbs in without a word. Her voice is soft, almost a whisper, as she gives you an address. Not far. She doesn't talk much, just stares out the window, hands in her lap. Cold hands, ice cold. You try to make conversation, but she barely responds. Then, before you know it, she's disappeared. Right there in your passenger seat while the car was still moving. No sound, no door opening, nothing, just gone. Panicked, you drive to the address she gave. An old house. A tired-looking woman answers the door. You ask if a girl like that lives there. And then the chill truly begins. She sighs and says, "You're not the first. That was my daughter. She died 20 years ago, on that same road, wearing that same white dress." This isn't just one story. There are hundreds of versions: Resurrection Mary in Chicago, the girl on Route 44 in Massachusetts, countless others. Always the same, a beautiful woman, a ride offered, and a ghostly vanishing. Some drivers even report feeling her hand in theirs. Others say she leaves behind something, a scarf, a jacket, only for it to vanish the next day. Next time you're driving late at night and you see someone on the roadside looking lost, ask yourself, would you stop? And if you did, would you survive the ride? Kuchisake-Onna, the slit-mouthed woman, Japan. It begins like this. You're walking home from school or work, or maybe just down a quiet street. It's getting dark. The street lights flicker. Then you see her, a woman standing still, face covered by a surgical mask, nothing unusual in Japan. She walks up to you and asks, "Do you think I'm pretty?" If you say no, she kills you, right there, no warning, no mercy. But if you say yes, she removes the mask. Her mouth is sliced open, ear to ear, torn, bloody, a twisted parody of a smile. Then she asks again, "How about now?" No answer is safe. If you scream, she chases. If you run, she appears ahead of you. If you say yes again, she cuts your face to look like hers. The legend says she was once a beautiful woman, maybe a samurai's unfaithful wife, maybe a victim of jealousy. But one day someone sliced her mouth open and said, "No one will ever call you beautiful again." Now her spirit walks the streets of Japan, especially near schools. Some say she carries a blade. Others say scissors. Teachers have been known to escort students home in groups when rumors of sightings spread. They say you can trick her, say she's average, or distract her with candies. But would that really work when you're frozen in fear and she's already too close? The Bunny Man, the hatchet-wielding horror of Virginia. In the woods of Fairfax County, Virginia, there's a story that locals won't joke about. It's about a man in a bunny suit. At first it sounds ridiculous. A man dressed like a rabbit. But it gets worse. In the 1970s, reports flooded in. A man in a white bunny costume chasing people with a hatchet, breaking windows. threatening couples in parked cars. Soon after, mutilated rabbit corpses started showing up in the woods, hung from trees, skinned. Then, stories of people disappearing near a certain bridge. Locals call it Bunny Man Bridge. They say an escaped mental patient once lived in those woods. He made a costume. He hunted at night. Some believe it's all myth, but others claim they've heard things near the bridge. Whispers, rustling, giggles, and some swear they saw glowing red eyes in the woods. Today, police discourage people from going near Bunnyman Bridge at night. But every Halloween, thrill seekers try. Some come back terrified. Some don't talk about what they saw. Would you walk through that tunnel, knowing something inhuman might be watching? Highway 666, the Devil's Highway, southwestern U.S., once named Route 666. This long desert highway was known for something far worse than potholes or speeding tickets. It was cursed. Stretching through New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah, Highway 666 gained a deadly reputation. Unexplained car crashes, people vanishing, screams in the night. Drivers reported being chased by a monstrous black semi-truck. No lights, no driver. It would come out of nowhere, ram their cars, then disappear into the darkness. Others saw ghostly figures, women in white, standing by the road. When they stopped to help, the figures vanished, but the cold feeling in the back seat remained. Some even claimed their radios would die, their GPS would fail, and a voice would whisper from the static, "You shouldn't be here." Eventually, the government changed the road's name to Route 491, hoping to end the fear. But locals know the truth. A name change can't erase the blood on the asphalt, and the demons on that road still drive fast. So next time you're on a long desert stretch of highway and the air feels heavy, watch your mirrors, because something might be following, and it doesn't stop for red lights. The Dyatlov Pass incident, Russia's frozen nightmare. In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out on a challenging expedition in the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. They never came back. Weeks later, a search party found their abandoned tent slashed open from the inside. Their belongings, boots, coats, gear were still inside, but the hikers had fled into the freezing night, barefoot. Their bodies were found scattered across the snow. Some had frozen to death, some had broken ribs. One had a crushed skull. Another was missing her eyes, tongue, and part of her face with no signs of struggle. Strangely, their clothes were radioactive. No official cause of death was ever given, only this: a compelling natural force. Over the years, theories exploded. Avalanche, the terrain didn't match, military weapons testing, possible radioactivity, and strange burns. Paranormal encounter, locals spoke of a cursed mountain, infrasound, Yeti, aliens. Theories only deepened the fear. The incident was buried by Soviet secrecy, but the mystery grew. Today, the Dyatlov Pass is still avoided by locals. Many believe the group saw something they weren't meant to see, and whatever it was, they ran from it, into certain death. So if you ever hike into Russia's frozen wilderness, and the wind begins to howl without reason, and your compass stops working, get out before you see what they saw, because no one survives the Dyatlov Pass twice.